The Yamaha FS1-E was a cool 70s motorcycle with pedals. The Young Brits adored their Yamaha Fizzie for being a cheerful little city runabout and making them feel on top of the world. The Yamaha FS1-E was a bold move from Yamaha to create a new type of motorcycle and fill up a void that wasn't even considered by many. The FS1-E was a UK-specific offering, hence the pedals. In the 1970s, the UK had a mandate to have pedals on mopeds. But the FS1-E is not technically a moped, but it was converted into one just so to slide in among the Brits. Its parent model, the Yamaha FS1, was a motorcycle with a two-stroke engine, aimed at performance. The FS1-E became an instant icon, because it was targeted at teenagers. Before this Yamaha, the moped options they had were torturous to ride and look at. It was more powerful than its peers, which made it an instant choice for many. The teenagers loved their first taste of power and were quick to nickname the FS1-E Fizzie cause it was cooler. The immense modification, potential and cool looks were icing on this tasty cake. Such was the fame and success of the Yamaha FS1-E that its prime competitors, Suzuki AP50 and Honda SS50, were created in its image. In short, Yamaha FS1-E was for beginner sports bikes, as K cars are for full-sized sports cars. The Yamaha FS1-E was actually a sports moped. While at first look, it might look like a classic two-stroke motorcycle, it was in fact one of the first sport mopeds to take over the world. But nothing was boring or lame about this moped from Yamaha. It was actually on par in terms of fun and thrill with various two-stroke beginner motorcycles of the time. And it was a sensation among the riders that were just sprouting out of their seats. The FS1-E packed a puny motor with a cool motorcycle cocoon and came together to be one of the most annoying creations that took Europe by storm. Sadly, we didn't get any in the USA, but over time, the fame of this tiny Yamaha had grown so much that many celebrities got to own them, including James May. And there were a few that found their place across the pond to the States. These tiny tots are so sought after that you can find well-kept ones for sale on platforms like Mecum auctions. 50cc, 4 gears, 4.86 HP, 45 plus mph, and pedals. The heart of this Yamaha was a 49 cubic centimeters two-stroke motor that churned out 4.86 HP at 7,000 RPM. This might sound puny by all standards, but for a motorcycle that weighed just under 200 pounds, it put forth a very fun riding experience. Power was sent to the rear wheel via a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Yamaha FS1-E could do more than 45 miles per hour when ridden down a slope. And the head-scratching aspect of it was that it came with pedals. Don't boo it, because even Yamaha was helpless and forced to. During the time in the UK, there was a rule for all mopeds to have pedals. We can imagine what the allowances for 16-year-olds were at the time. so it was a handy addition for new riders to pedal their way home when out of fuel. Simple engineering and ease of riding made the Fizzie a star. Fizzie was not just a sensation among kids for its notably more performance figures among mopeds, but also because of the ease of rideability that it offered. Right from the get-go in 1972, these tiny Yamahas were lauded for the superior quality of chassis and suspension components. The FS1-E was tiny, with a length of 69 inches and a width of 22 inches. It came with drum brakes at both ends. But Yamaha did offer a disc setup for the 1975 model year. Being a Japanese motorcycle, the reliability quotient was something that everyone enjoyed. There was no dearth of spare parts, and everything was dirt cheap, thanks to its tiny form factor. The tank could hold 1.7 gallons of fuel, which were ample for an average FS1-E owner's week-long routine. "16-year-old lads of the 70s were addicted to this Yamaha. If you have a friend in the UK, ask him about the supposed plague of Yamaha FS1-ES. These buzzing Yamahas were the rage during the early 1970s, and were everywhere. Every teenager who got their provisional driving license would crave to get their hands on this bad boy. And it was due to legitimately, before the FS1-E, all other mopeds that these poor 16-year-olds had to bear were hideous to look at and ride. Yamaha changed it for the better, and gave them a cool statement with the Fizzie. Another prime reason for the lads being obsessed with these Yamahas was its immense mod potential. The FS1-E was like a literal Lego set, where everything could be changed and fitted back on without any fuss. Everything from big bore kits to cooler exhausts and body panels could be plugged, played, and replaced. The chassis was also of such impressive quality that people used to swap the puny 50cc motor for the 8.2 HP 100cc two-stroke motor from the Yamaha YB100. What else do you need to get addicted to your first motorcycle? The legend of Yamaha Fizzie still lives on. The Yamaha Fizzie FS1-E started a sensation among new riders that still live on. The original run period of this peppy Yamaha and its sporty peers ended too soon with the introduction of new moped laws in 1977, which restricted the top speed to 30 miles per hour. But that didn't stop the already vibrant community from thriving, and there is a healthy fan base for the Yamaha FS1-E, even today, with a dedicated forum to discuss rides, spares, and modification ideas. Thank you for watching and staying with us.